Friday night, it must be Football Friday on the Audible. Kimbo Camper, Joe Rose with you. And who's this young gentleman over here, young, good-looking man over here? Patrick Sertan, head coach of American Heritage. You guys are back at it, man. You guys are back in the hunt, right?
Yeah, man. A lot of people were praying on our downfall, but that's what separates a program from a team.
Yeah, you're right.
I heard it. I might have mentioned it myself. They were trying to sell me. A couple guys graduate, couple guys leave. And you told everybody, I still like this team.
Oh, yeah.
And sure enough, you're peaking at the right time. You guys went on the road. Actually, Coach at Trinity talked about you're the best team that he had faced. And he faced a bunch of teams in South Florida. Yep. And then Cardinal Gibbons, really, what you're able to do last week. A lot of confidence late in the season.
Yeah, like you said, we lost a lot of guys, man. But we had some guys coming back, guys who really bought into the program, bought into the system, and knew that if we got things rolling, that we would have a good team. And these guys have been working their tails off since the off season, and it's finally coming to fruition. Like you said, we don't duck anybody. We play a tough schedule. We go on the road, play anybody, and to be 5-1 at this standpoint, I feel really good where we are right now.
Patty, you say it's about the program. 26 kids gone from this football team last year, and look at you now, 5-1. State championships in the horizon, all those kind of things. And you talk about a program, you can't do that unless you've got a lot of depth in that program, a lot of young kids that have been groomed and worked up to be ready when their time has come. They're standing up and playing well for you.
Absolutely, and that's what it's about, man. Over the years, we've had the 4- and 5-star guys, a lot of them. And, this year is a different kind of team because we got a bunch of guys with chips on their shoulders, ready to prove themselves, and they've came out and played, man. All three phases of the team. Our quarterback has been lights out. Our receiver and our defense continue to take the ball away. So, like I said, we got something special brewing right now, and we got to just keep it going.
Speaking of that quarterback, about as good as you can play in high school football last week against Cardinal Gibbons. Talk about that performance.
Yeah, man, he's been lights out the whole year. I think he has 21 touchdowns with only 2 interceptions on the year, rushed for 5 touchdowns, and I'm a main culprit of it because I'm calling the plays.
So you told me now you're on the offensive side. Jump up and run. You're on the other side now.
Yeah, you know what, man? When you're a DB, you see it differently from the other lens, and I decided to take it on, and it's been a lot of fun, man. The cool. Kids have delivered.
You take on this Stranahan team here, different caliber team, but they're going to come out and give you all they want. But again, you go back to your football team and West playing. I would assume the way it's going right now, it's about you and you guys and just getting your guys to play your game and let the chips fall where they may. And more times than not, they're going to fall your way.
Absolutely. We were about what we can control. And Stranahan, I told the coach before the game, man, one thing I see about his team, those kids play hard. So it's going to be a tough fall game, but it's for the district championship. Whoever wins this game is the district champions, and that's our first goal of the year is to win district and go into the playoffs. So this is a big game for us. We're going to be without our starting quarterback tonight, so we're going to face a little adversity, but I think our ninth grade is going to step up and do a good job for us.
All right, let's get to the good stuff. Everybody likes your football. Let's get to family stuff. Junior at Alabama. And, Pat, I didn't realize you still go. You go to all the games, even the road games. Tomorrow, Alabama's playing Texas A&M.
Oh, yeah.
You can do a little traveling. And, by the way, not just by plane. There's a little traveling in the car to get there.
Absolutely, man. Proud papa. I want to be there at every moment. Like I told him, man, win, lose, or draw, just know that he has a great support system behind him. And we try to go to every game. Actually, we have been to every game this year. Wow. And I have some family in Houston. My sister's actually in Houston. So we're going to load up, fly in the hobby, go to my sister's house, get about 10 family members, and head up to College Station, which should be a hell of a game.
So Saturday mornings, you got early flights scheduled for Saturday mornings. You got crack of dawn flights.
When we're done with our games, about 10 o'clock, all the coaches go to quarter deck after the game. Then I have a 6 o'clock flight. If the game's in Tuscaloosa, I'll fly into Atlanta, drive those 2.5. But it's well worth it, man. This opportunity only comes around once in a lifetime. And like I said, I want to get up there and see them every chance I get.
And you watch them playing at Alabama, and big games every week, meaningful games every week, high-level competition. And boy, that's got to be just great watching your son at that level doing what he's doing.
It is, man. Just to see him grow, not only to a great football player, but a great young man. And, I can remember like it was yesterday, 1 year old running around the Dolphins facility on the field with a football in his hand. And hard work does pay off, and it's showing what he's doing now. And hopefully, God willing, he stays healthy and continues success.
Well, I guess you're the right guy to ask since everybody's got an opinion about Mr. Tua. Hey, up close and personal, what do you think?
Joe, I'm telling you, man, I've seen a lot of games. This kid is special.
Okay.
He's special, and people talk about his height and his arm strength. I think the number one quality that the quarterback has is his accuracy, and it's off the charts. It's off the charts. He hits guys in stride where they can run after the catch, and I think the Dolphins will be, that number one pick, if they do happen to get it, Tua will be well worth it.
Well, they packed that up with that receiver they got there.
Oh,
that
man.
Can we get a little Judy down
here?
That wouldn't be a bad one.
2 in the top 8. Hey, that'll work right there.
Yeah. Hey, Pat, I always want to ask you, is there anything that when you were being coached, high school, college, NFL, where the coaches aggravated you, stuff they had you do, and that you're doing right now for the kids down here?
You know what? But I remember with the Dolphins, man, Bill Lewis.
Yeah.
Like he coached some nickels,
Yeah.
and I played nickels on passing situations, and he would just nag me about certain stuff. But now I see it, and I know where he was coming from.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing to the kids. I'm pretty sure I get on their nerves, but in the end, they'll realize why I'm doing it.
No doubt.
I think we got to get you on more often, man. There was like build-up today. It's been a while since we've
I
been
know, man.
with you.
I thought you guys forgot about us. I guess people throwing dirt on our name, and you get bad info from Twine about Heritage is dead and done. But like I said, man, we're a program. We're going to be around each and every year.
Aronde's been telling us to stay away. So good luck tonight, Pat.
Appreciate it,
Thanks,
guys.
No
really
problem, appreciate it.
Yep.
Thanks a lot.
By.
Good luck with your son.
Bring your
Appreciate it, bro.
counterpart here,
Junior.
Travis Harden, going to join us now. The head coach at Stranahan going to join us here. Little introduction before the game starts here.
Coach Harden, nice to have you. Thank you.
Coach, how you doing? Guys off to a nice start this year, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, we are, man. We off to a nice start. Things is going real well for us. I preach about family tradition, obedience, and sacrifice, and along with that, humility. You know what I mean? So, because we haven't been where we are in quite some time, so it's just a matter of just taking care of our business, taking care of our own thing.
So you were 1-9 last year.
Correct.
4-2 right now.
Correct.
How were you able to turn things around?
Just different things during the off season. We did a lot of team bonding, team activities, team exercises, whether it's bowling, whether it's in-house, whether it's just going to Golden Corral after practice. You know what I mean? Just building that brotherhood outside the grass, outside the lines. And right now it's translating onto the field.
Coach, I always wonder, and I said it, you're in some tough areas as far as kids jumping from school to school, and it's about keeping guys. We talk about every week with everywhere we go in Dade and Broward and even up in Palm Beach. How difficult is that? And what you're talking about is how you get it to stop and keep your guys in your backyard wanting to play at Stranahan. Talk about that part of the job.
Well, first thing first, we got to take care of what we could take care of our season.
Right.
Because win's going to draw kids.
Right.
Win's going to have kids being interested into your program. You understand? So, and on top of that, once, the kids see the wins piling up, see how we gel with each other off the field, you know what I mean? And, it just comes with the territory. In the sense that we still have to, some say, recruit our own kids in a way because we want to keep them. Right. You know what I mean? But I feel like we don't have to do that now because we got that bond, we got that brotherhood now, and now it's on them to go ahead and get their friends. You know what I mean?
Coach, you beat this team here tonight. You got a playoff spot staring you right in the face. What would it mean to your program and for these kids and for the kids in the neighborhood that are coming into their high school years to have a playoff team? Yeah,
it'll pay huge dividends for us. Us coming out with a win tonight, that's our only mindset tonight. Come out with a win, play our game. Let's make it a one-possession game going to the fourth quarter, and let's play balls to the walls. You know what I mean? And then if we have that victory, after once that quarter hit 4-4, 0-0 on the clock, man, it'll be a blessing to the program.
Yeah. You got some D1 guys. It's just about a matter of getting more quality guys and play. And it's still a team sport at the end of the day, isn't it? Guys got to play together.
Absolutely. They got to play together, but, when the game is on the line, you got to go to your dogs. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we have a few dogs offensively and defensively. And these guys ready to play some football, man. We've been geared up. We peaking at the right time of the season. And so I'm excited. I'm excited.
We were just talking to Coach Sertan, talking about program building. program building. And from the looks of what you're doing, that's what you're doing, trying to build this program so it can sustain.
Right.
Get those young kids that
Right.
stay with the program
Right.
for 2 or 3 years,
Right.
and then they get their chance. And,
Right.
and how do you continue to work on that?
That's the operative verb program. Stranahan, they have had good teams here and there, but coming from the previous team that I was affiliated with, from Boyd Anderson with Wayne Blair Plantation with Steve Davis, and most current Deerfield with Javon Glenn.
Pretty good programs right there.
Yeah,
You just
absolutely.
Yeah.
So the thing with that is, once our kid graduates, now you got to come back and teach your guys who at your position, the babies. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how we can build that program, and that's how we can build that brand. We want to get Stranahan not necessarily back on the map, but make it a brand name.
State championship in basketball. Got to be good for everybody. And then on top of that, through the years, Stranahan, for some reason, has always had great track teams with great speed. Is it still that way? Still a pretty good track program?
Yeah, track program is pretty good. Overall, our whole athletic program is on a rise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With basketball, like you just stated, winning, the state championship. We're making some noise right now in football. And track team, made a little bit of noise last year. So it's just a matter of just gelling everything together. And like I go back to saying, making Stranahan a brand name.
Coach, you looked at this football team, American Heritage. They've got like I said, strong program. They've built that up. What do you guys need to do to come away with a win tonight?
We just need to take what they give us, take our opportunities when they are there, okay? And let them play football too. Make them play football as well. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make them make mistakes. Play our game, make them, play the game of football.
Yeah.
Because we can play football too. As we can see, we're sitting at 4-2. But, we can play some good football as well.
I think Bo and I were just talking about sitting home watching games on the bye week of the Dolphins. Still comes back to old turnovers, doesn't it? I mean, you see somebody turn it over 4 or 5 times and
Correct.
got very little chance at high school, college, or professional level
Correct.
to win. You talk about playing clean and playing the right way, huh?
Yeah, we got to play the right way. We have situations in my practice scripts for those type of things, ball security, turnovers. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't be new to them during game time. Get them accustomed to sudden change. Get them accustomed to ball security. Get them accustomed to staying in bounds when we got the lead, or we're trying to manage the clock. You understand what I'm saying? Or getting out of bounds for that matter. So like I say, man, we ready to go. We ready to play some football. And I'm glad the day is here, and I'm glad that we got the opportunity to make us do it.
I'm with you. I'm in the school of, don't give up big plays. Make them take as many plays as they need to score.
Correct.
And if the more plays, the more times they snap the ball, more chances they may make mistakes.
Correct.
That you can capitalize on, and that's how you beat a team like this.
Correct.
That sounds like Killer Bee stuff right there. That was right out of the Bill Orange Margaret School right there. 14 drives and no touchdowns.
That's when you're on a big drive where you're coming off the sideline, you're getting cussed every time, but then you stop them on the 14th play and you come over, you're like a hero now.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
That's what it's all about, Coach. Hey, we appreciate you stopping
Thanks,
by.
Coach.
Appreciate
Thanks a lot.
it.
Good
luck
job
with
getting this
everything.
program
Yep.
turned
Good
around,
luck.
and we wish you the best of luck tonight and throughout the rest of the year.
Appreciate you.
All right, take care. Good stuff. It's going to be a good game tonight. It's going to be a good game. And
Well, listen,
a lot of good
Stranahan's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
And Bo, for a while, Stranahan was not on the football. Nobody talked about him, and now they're back in the radar a little bit. Everybody's talking.
Well, the schools now. We've talked about over the last couple of years. We've been doing this. You talk about kids leaving programs, getting recruited, going to other schools, going to more glamorous schools, or this and that. And people figure out how to work things out. Western's a good example. They've been able to keep their kids there. We've had kids come into them. They've become a consistent,
Great point, Bo.
consistently
Great
football team.
There's one.
And here's another program that's got to do that. Got to get their kids to stay. Got to give them reasons. They got to give them reason to be proud of their football team, proud of their program, and stick around and build that program that way. But you know what? Guys are figuring it out now. Staffs are figuring it out. Athletic directors are figuring it out.
That's right.
So you're starting to see some of these teams that got decimated by transfers figuring it out and getting themselves back in the game.
I agree. It's a great point. I think that's the one thing. We go to Dave Broward in Palm Beach. Schools are starting to figure it out a little bit. Like, look, we can't – if they transfer, they transfer. We got to develop our own guys and make them want to stay here because they like the school. They like what we're doing in football. And so it's a great point. And Western, by the way, Bo, is a great example of a team that's made themselves relevant, winning some playoff games over the last couple of years.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, but before we get done here and get wrapped up, I think we're about to get rained on here a little bit. Joe, Dolphins coming off the bye week,
Yeah.
and some people would argue, hey, you know what, geez, it would have been better if the bye week had been later. I think there was a perfect time for the bye week.
Great.
You played 4 really good football teams, 4 very good offenses in the first 4 weeks. The numbers show it. This is a team that's been beat up pretty well. I think the time to get away, re-energize themselves, and get ready to get back at it. I don't think the bye week could have came at a better time.
I agree, Bo. And listen, it doesn't have the team's not loaded with talent, as everybody knows. So you need everybody healthy.
Yeah.
And I think, Bo, on Sunday, it's going to be a pretty healthy group.
Yes.
Hopefully Jesse Davis comes back and Bobby McCain is back and some guys we saw warming up going, they're not playing in that
Albert
last
Wilson come back a little bit.
I just think
there.
If you can get all those guys to play and they can play through a little bit here, Bo, they got a chance. They got a drop off in Washington Redskins right now. They have a chance to win.
You look at the Redskins. This is a team in turmoil. They just fired their coach. Everyone's shouting for the young quarterback to play. They're going back to Case Keenum. It looks like he's going to get the start in this game. Colt McCoy's another guy there, but they've got question marks about that quarterback position. But they've still got Adrian Peterson, and I think we're going to see a big dose of him on Sunday.
I don't think they're hiding that game plan. I agree. I think the old offensive line coach, now interim head coach, has said, Adrian, you ready to play again?
Yeah.
Now that I'm running this thing, I want your 220-pound, one of the great running backs of all time. Show me what you got left because we want to run it.
He's not what he was 5 or 6 years ago, but he's still a beast back there. There's no question about that.
Pretty darn good, Bo.
Yeah. So it's going to be going to be interesting to see how the Dolphins respond from the week off. And coaches, doing their self-scouting, looking at all the players, looking at everything they're doing, and trying to get things lined up for this next run. And Joe, it's been tough the 4 games previous, but you have 3 of them at home. And now you get another one at home, but this team's going to be on the road a lot here.
We're going to see. I'm going to see you at a lot of Saturday night dinners coming up, and by the way, entertaining a lot of guests on the road. So I asked you when I saw you, did you get some new material? Because we're going to need you in a big way this year, man.
I'll make some stuff up. Although I do got to. You know what's good about we do these trips and these different things come around. And now Lyle Blackwood, you had him in Dallas. Putting on a show there, and
by the way, he was pretty strong.
But you know the Dan Marino story I've told that Danny always I think it was validated.
By the way,
I think it was validated by Lyle.
You were pretty accurate with some of the same characters, and you know what? I owe you an apology because you did hit the Charles Benson thing, and I got to give you credit because. Lyle's right there in the middle of it, and I go, man, Bo didn't exaggerate that story. That was pretty good. Word got back to you, my man. Boy, I'll tell you what.
I make stuff
I wasn't
up,
expecting Coach Shula to call, though, in the middle, and they got him on the phone while I was sitting there telling stories. What a night that was, man.
But anyway, Dolphins and Redskins, just going to be, get to the stadium. It's going to be a good opportunity for the football team.
Bo, the other thing is adjustments at half. That's been a hot topic. They haven't scored in the second half. Get the ball to the right guys, and I just feel like this team's tired of hearing about next year.
Yep.
And they'd love to stick it to everybody.
Yeah.
And put a good game together. But let's face it, you got. I mean, we're just get right to it here. You got Washington home. You got Cincinnati home. You got the Jets at home.
Yeah, those are opportunities.
Those are all great opportunities.
No, but Joe, this football team, the one thing I'll say about them, they've struggled. 81 to 0-81 in the second half of the games. Understand all that, but this team's worked hard. They've worked hard through training camp. They've played hard in these games, and you know what? I'd like to see them get to enjoy a win. Get in the locker room, whoop it up a little bit, have fun after a win, and just kind of spit some of that bad taste out of their mouth.
Well, if I have another writer, and I'm not saying any names, another writer says, since we're tanking, let's go all out and make sure. And I'm like, I couldn't disagree more, man. Those guys a win and get out of that 0-16 club with the Browns and Lions.
Yeah, no doubt.
Totally with you on that one.
All right, that's going to do it for the Audible Football
about
Friday.
perfect time on that one.
Getting a little misty coming in here.
Welcome South Florida here.
I know it's not you being sad about the Dolphins and your eyes are misting over. It's rain coming.
Either
in
that
here.
or the coloring in my hair. This is not good on the coloring. It comes down my face and stuff.
Yeah,
man.
we got to get out of here because any more rain and your hair's going to be gray in about 3 minutes.
You don't see anything yet, do you, Bo?
I see. Look, it's running down. The black is running down your cheek.
I can't remember if I went dark
From
brown
Joe
or jet
Rose,
black.
I'm Kim Bokamper. That's going to do it for the Audible Football Friday. Remember, next week's game, Deerfield Beach at St. Thomas Aquinas. That, Joe, going to be a very good football game.
That's going to be a loaded game with loaded talent. That'll be fun.
That's going to do it for us tonight. We'll catch you next week. Have a good one.